You have to understand, we're simply just trying to check out everything, make sure everything.
That's not how she approached me. You wasn't here. That ain't how she approached me. Okay. She talking calm now since y'all here, but she didn't. And then he gonna talk about it's gonna end bad for me. What that mean? Him? Didn't you just tell that to me? You tried to whisper it.
Hopefully you provide us the information that we need. So we can...
Now listen to that. He threatened me.
How was that a threat?
It's gonna end bad for you? What, that's not a threat.
He's just trying to get you to comply.
Come on, man. That's a threat, man. That's a threat, man. You told me it's gonna end bad for you tonight. What that mean? It mean you gonna whoop me? You gonna shoot me? You gonna kill me? Tase me? Then what? Explain to me what end bad mean then. That, come on, now you're switching it up. I know the boys in blue, I know y'all got a code. I understand. But y'all harassing a man, a hard-working man, for no reason, man.
Well, it's simple as this, man. You provide us identification.
I don't have to do that. You trying to violate my rights, man.
We're not trying to violate your rights, sir. Not at all whatsoever. We're just out here trying to do our job and keep you safe.
And I answered. All right. I'm not gonna let y'all violate my rights, sir. I go to jail and pay my bond to get out, but y'all not gonna violate my rights, man. People gotta stand for something out here. You cannot mess with nobody for no reason just because y'all feel like y'all could. The cops are not above the law, man. I pay taxes. I pay y'all salary. But y'all walk around like y'all paying our salary. That's not right, man. I don't break no rules, no laws. You're bothering me for no reason.
You're saying you don't break any laws, but I just explained to you.
You trying to make up something to try to just bring me to jail, man? Talking about a curve. Is that serious? Y'all want to get somebody buying money that bad?
Just do me a favor. Just take a deep breath right quick for me, okay? Here's the deal. Anytime there's any kind of vehicle parked anywhere, especially in a wooded area. By the way, I'm Sergeant Gonzalez, okay?
Yes, sir.
I want to introduce myself to you before we go on, okay? You said you live 3 houses down, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here's the deal. Let's say your wife saw the same vehicle parked over here in this form and fashion, and your wife called the constable's office and said, hey, there's a suspicious vehicle over here. What would you want us to do to protect? Hold on, no. Before you answer that question, take a deep breath. What would you want your wife? How would you want us to handle the call for your wife?
I understand what you're saying.
No, but see, that's what I'm trying.
But if a person wasn't breaking the law,
but Mr. Pride, hold on just a minute. But see, that's the thing. Just like Sergeant Strain was saying, we don't know what you're doing back here. And some officers, I'm going to be honest with you, some officers need a little bit more experience than others. Okay.
Man, that dude just threatened me. That dude just told me it's going bad for me. What that mean?
And we're going to talk to all the officers that were out here before we leave. Okay. But here's the deal. When an officer approaches the vehicle, we don't know what's going on in the vehicle. We don't know who you are. We don't know what you're doing back here. We have no idea. So a citizen honestly called in for this call as a suspicious vehicle. So an officer's job is to come out here, and believe it or not, we put our life on the line every day. So if the officer would have came up here, and there would have been 4 guys out here smoking dope, and all of a sudden she walks up the car, boom, 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 boom. They blast her, she takes off, they take off.
I understand all that, but I talked to her.
I know, but we're going to talk to her about the way she approaches vehicles. But here's the deal. For a female officer, and I'm not making any excuses for anybody. I just got involved in an on-duty shooting a month ago. So here's the deal. It's a little, you get a little nervous walking up to cars in the middle of the night, because what we're taught in the very beginning of the police academy, the 2 most dangerous calls for officers are traffic stops and family violence. Why do you think that is?
I'm not an officer. I don't know.
The emotions are high, and we don't know how it's going to end. So when a deputy back here on a dark street by herself walks up to a vehicle, things can get out of control real quick.
I understand.
So sometimes you have to take it to a level in order for the person to be able to get surprised.
But that's not going to work for everybody.
It's not.
Because I'm not scared.
I know. I understand it, Mr. Bryan, and I appreciate you for cooperating.
Yes, sir.
But if an officer asks you for a driver's license, even though you haven't violated any laws, but if you're on a public roadway and you're behind the wheel and an officer asks you for a driver's license, and if you don't give it to that officer, that is failed to ID, because you're on a public roadway. You admitted that this is a public roadway. So this is a public roadway. You're behind the wheel. So if an officer asks you for that, now it's failed to ID. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's easier sometimes just to say, here you go, my address is right here. This is exactly what I was doing. and this is all I was doing. That's it. And then be on your merry way. But sometimes when you're a little bit more apprehensive to comply, and it causes an argument between you and that officer, no matter who it is, then all this takes place because you don't want to comply with certain rules and regulations, and they're here for everybody. Just like I asked you in the very beginning, if your wife had called in and that officer approached a vehicle, how would you want that officer to approach that vehicle to protect your wife and your family? You got kids?
Yes, sir. 3 of them.
Right.
And they're waiting for me to get home.
Okay. So let's say that person was out here robbing, stealing, shooting, whatever else. That officer's out here to protect you and your family. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not doing anything wrong, but by you not complying and giving the officer your ID when you're behind a steering wheel, that is where the fault lies. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not making anything up. You can Google it. You can look online. Public roadway, officer asks you for an ID, failed to ID. You understand what I'm saying? So next time, let's just be a little bit more cooperative, just so that everybody can go home safe.
I understand that.
All right? Sergeant Strain's going to talk.
All right. How do you pronounce it? Mr. Prine? Prine?
Prime.
Prine? All right. Mr. Prine, like I said, we're not out here to jam you up. We're not out here to violate your rights, okay? We're just out here investigating a suspicious vehicle call, okay? We're out here doing our jobs, okay? You're free to go at this time, okay?
Appreciate